So I would like to welcome all of you back to the F1 Pit Stop podcast presented to you by Leju Emmanuel. We are back after a long while. We've concluded 3 races now. We've had Australia, China, and Japan, which recently occurred today. So we have had this is what we would call the Asian Tour, which is the start of the Formula One season. So we're about to come to a close to it because but which race are we having? Yeah, okay, it's the first, it's getting done because the next race is going to be Miami. So just for this podcast, we're going to mainly just dive into what occurred today, race Sunday, and a lot more in store for you within the podcast. Let's dive in. So first of all, the biggest headline of the race, which was us receiving a a history maker in Kimi Antonelli winning his very second F1, not very second, I don't know why I would say very second F1. So his second F1 race, making him the championship leader. He overtakes his teammate, who is George Russell, and moves 9 points clear of him at the top. So George Russell has dropped down, and Kimi Antonelli has moved to the first spot. So if the sport apparently is to decide to end now, maybe hypothetical cause of the war, Kimi Antonelli becomes the winner of Formula One. He becomes the championship winner, literally. But let's hope that's not going to take place because there's a lot to get into more. But he had an amazing drive because now actually he started in first, but Mercedes has been struggling so much with their stats this season. So he was in first position, but he was overtaken by Piastri and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Piastri and Leclerc. Yeah, and such an amazing start of the race. Has as every start of the race has been this season. It has been so amazing. It was an amazing start where we had Piastri jumping in to overtake Kimi Antonelli after he had a bad start to jump into first spot. Obviously, he covered off Leclerc very well. He was able to cover off Leclerc very well, bypasses him, takes the lead, Leclerc from the back. And actually, Kimi Antonelli dropped down 6 places, guys. The kiddo dropped down 6 places and still had a dog in him to win the race. But anyway, there are a lot of things that came into play. We had the safety car today. That helped him out because he pitted after the safety car. You know what it means pitting after the safety car. If you know, you know. For those who don't know, we're going to get to you guys. We shall get to you guys, but for now, those who know, know. So it was really an amazing race where we had Kimi winning and we had Piastri back on pole after missing out 2 races. Piastri has actually been very unlucky this season. Like the start, he started in Australia where his car crashed even before the formation lap because there's a lap that they do even before like the formation lap. So his car crashes. He doesn't compete in the race. The next one, McLaren just I don't remember exactly, but McLaren didn't feel like their car was fit enough to like be able to compete that weekend, and they just didn't feel it. Only for them to go and improve the vehicle. I mean, the past 2 races has basically been Ferrari and Mercedes, but obviously Mercedes like bossing it out the entire race. So yeah, literally, because the Mercedes right now, the moment it gets into clean air, it's like it's gone just like that. So it's fast on the straights, and the Ferrari is fast in the corners. So a lot of the racing today, if you realize, was a little bit like edgy, putting like Ferrari a lot so much in contention, not so much like in the front row of like 1, 2, but more of like closer. They were near each other because the Suzuka sorry, the Suzuki. I have to update myself though. First, wait, let me first correct this. I don't want to. It's the Suzuka. Yeah, the Suzuka Grand Prix has a lot of corners, so that played a very big advantage for Ferrari keeping in and about. But McLaren has really worked on their vehicle. They really struggled to make the first 2 races, and now we can say anyway. Anyway, they are using a Mercedes powered engine, and this year it has been proven that Mercedes power cars are actually performing well. You get to see with the Mercedes itself, obviously, and now the McLaren, after this a little bit of like tweaks here and there, their car is really fast on the straights, and that's where like Ferrari lacks out. So My team lacks out in that particular department, but I hope that is something where we shall be able to fix in this 1 month of no racing. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the Macarena is fixed by that time, like it's ready, the testing is done. For those who don't know, the Macarena is like the flipping wing on the back of the Ferrari. And if we can be able at least to find a solution to our straight line speed, I believe we're going to get a bit better. We shall be better and we shall be actually closer and in contention. In contention, guys. Anyway, the safety car that occurred today in the race was caused by Oliver Behrman. Yeah, he had it in like around, I think, wait, that was it the 50? No, it wasn't the 51st minute. It was more like the lap 22, around turn 13. That's when actually like that. He was trying to overtake, if I am not mistaken, he was trying to overtake the Alpine of Gabriel Bortoleto. Yes, he was trying to overtake the Alpine of Gabriel Bortoleto, and Bortoleto, I think, spots him on like his left side mirror, like his driving mirror, side mirror, really small. The Ferrari side mirrors, I think if you've seen them, really, really small. And they always like shake a lot. Even the drivers will tell you they don't really like get to see. So like he turns a bit to the right and moves a little bit more to the center. So for those who don't know, when you move your vehicle a little bit to the center in a braking zone, that's moving under braking and it's not allowed. It was actually, I feel like it was supposed to be like investigated because he moves to like the center where he's posing the car around the corner where Oliver Behrman at that particular moment, he's like full speed is trying to like overtake. So he has to adjust the car like very fast. So goes into turn 13. It was really a bad crash, man. He had I think because he walked out when he got out of his vehicle, he was actually limping. Like I think he has like a right knee contusion. I don't know how to pronounce the word itself, but like contusion, something like that. So it was a very big impact. Let's hope he is very okay. Very good rookie driver. Hope he is totally fine. Then at the top, still, yes, at the top, we did get a couple of races here, and the always this season, as what can I say? George Russell, very, very, very unlucky. I mean, George Russell has been so he won his first race, and that was Australia. All of us knew he was the title favorite this season, and here comes Antonelli. He's driving very well, and yeah, George Russell is just, I would say, unlucky, man. Even today, I kid you not, it would have been his race to win. But George Russell pitted. I think he had just entered the pits. Then after he got out of the pit, then we had a safety car. I mean, how unlucky can you be? You pit just at the start of the safety car. He was so livid. There was nothing you could do about it, man. And I felt for him to a certain extent. But I'm like, bro, I mean, anyway, they fucked up his race. Sorry about that. Apparently, I think after FP2 or 3, the mechanics did a little bit of tweaks to his steering. And from that moment on, he just had issues, even throughout like the entire race. To a certain point, it reached a point whereby it reached like he didn't have enough energy, for his car to actually run. And there was a point whereby actually that's the moment I think where Charles Leclerc was able to bypass him like the first time. Because he didn't have like enough energy being deployed by his machine. So man, I mean, George Russell, man, we feel for you, but bruh, you still have the best car, and anyway, you're still title favorite to win. So let's wait. Anyway, what I expect from, I think maybe what we should expect is maybe some rule changes after this 1 month break and all that. So I think that's something we should all look out for after. Clearly, Ferrari has proved to us they're here to race. We obviously had like the one we had in China, but not as much entertaining this time around between the Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Obviously, that was for the position at the time. Hamilton was in third and Leclerc was in fourth. So Leclerc was trying to overtake, and yeah, he was trying to overtake, and yeah, Russell was behind him at that particular moment. I'm going to get Russell's drama. Boy, brother was pissed because of how unlucky he was, but we shall get there. So obviously, they overtake the usual Ferrari, we go racing. I mean, every time we go racing, I'm literally clenching on my heart. I'm holding myself. saying, "Oh my god, these guys better not like make contact because they're literally one touch away from a DNF, all because of egos, guys." These guys put us on pressure. You're there and you're like, please do not knock yourself. Please do not knock yourself. Do not make any form of contact. Like, relax. And our team principals are not doing anything. They just say, I'm like, guys, race. Because apparently, not apparently, he actually did. Like Claire was saying, he was trying to allude that obviously he's faster than Hamilton and the team should let him like go by. And the team didn't respond back to him, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. But he decided to attack. He went down on the attack and took the position. Obviously, that wasn't good for us because eventually, like Hamilton, I think he had overdone his battery. It made it very open for him to be overtaken by, guess who? George Russell. And that's when the battle began for third. Obviously, we thank God. Forza Forza Ferrari were able to take it, third position, but it was an amazing battle up until lap 51, where actually my heart wanted to skip out. This race has 53 laps. In lap 51, around the last turn, among the some of the last turns, George Russell overtakes Charles Leclerc, and I'm like, guys, not. I mean, we had a podium finish. Let's not mess this up. Let's just. But luckily, like our poster child, the son of Ferrari, the other religion that we follow besides Catholicism, son of Ferrari, Charles, he was able to overtake him on the main straight. Imagine that, guys, on the main straight. And imagine the Ferrari is not fast on the straights compared to the Mercedes. But obviously, the overtake was on the outside. So around the corner is how he did it. Just so amazing, man. So we had that as well as some of the races. Then we had an amazing race also going on in the midfield. We had the Gasly and Verstappen fight. I can't believe I am talking about Gasly and Verstappen in the same sentence. I can't believe it. Oh my god. Not I, but just generally the sport needs Red Bull to get the act together, organize the car, and have Max Verstappen performing at the highest level again. I am not a Max Verstappen fan. I'm a Ferrari fan. So whoever drives for Ferrari is the person I support. So, but having Verstappen there as competition is good for the sport. You get, he is really, so they need to get the act together. In this 1 month, they need to get a couple of packages in. I don't know what they're planning, but they need to do something to just salvage. I know it's so early on in the season, but we've removed 2 races so far. We've removed 2 races, so something needs to be salvaged a little bit very fast. Eh? So, I mean, there's a lot to talk about this race, but I would like battery deployment, the boost button, how important it is, the overtake. Like, I mean, I myself, I was like, I understood it, but I was still struggling. I'm like, huh? Like, I knew DRS, the drag reduction system. For all those who don't know, and the new guys that you will never see it again, it was the system we're using before to reduce drag. It's like a wing at the back of the car, so it opens up. When it opens up, that's the DRS is on. Then when it closes, the DRS is off. So within that period, apparently the car is given extra speed. You get. So now fast forward to 2026, obviously because of the new regulations, we're having a boost button. So we're having the boost button, and we have the overtake mode. So now the overtake mode basically works with the battery deployment. How best to deploy your battery is, so now when someone is being attacked, someone is trying to overtake you, and the car that is trying to be overtaken, I have the opportunity of pressing the boost button to give me some extra speed. It's kind of like a way to make me faster, to protect me from this guy who has overtake on, and he can overtake me. There's one thing I want to clarify. Can you have overtake on and boost at the same time? I think I have to find that out, but I think it maybe could be possible. Could you have boost and overtake on the same time? So a lot of it was at play today. We saw it mainly with the Ferraris. obviously because they're the ones doing a lot of the defending today. And any single battle that you saw from start to finish, everyone that was battling maybe their colleague to try and get past them, there was a lot of battery management in between. And I think I'll have to make a video on that to even make that better. I'll have to make a video on that because it was really, really fascinating. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, those were like the key things like in today's. There's obviously like a lot I feel like that I've missed. Have I missed really a lot? No, we are okay. We had two other cars that did not finish. So I think it was Esteban Ocon. No, Esteban Ocon did finish. The Williams, not Carlos Sainz Williams, other Williams. I have forgotten. The name has skipped my mind. The name has actually skipped my mind. Anyway, guys. Anyway, let's round up with our top three. That is Kimi Antonelli in first. Number two, Oscar Piastri, and number three, that is Charles Leclerc. The rest, we don't care. As long as you're not top three, guamanyi. So anyway, we are going for a month-long break. That is because we had cancellation of the Saudi and the Bahrain races. So guys, the races that we have reduced. We need to find things we are going to do in this 1 month while we're waiting. But then again, we can always watch the different other races that are provided by the FIA. Guys, once again, this is the F1 pit stop. I may have not covered everything, but we are going to be covering things and a lot more topics. So welcome back again. F1 pit stop, your host, Legio Manuel Anthony. Welcome back and goodbye.